79 degrees. I don't know if you saw this, Linda. One of the TV stations recently had a Chiron graphic error, and they were showing, I think it was Roswell.
Oh, yeah, they're dead.
They're dead. You know, it was like
it was like 1,000 degrees
700
or something.
degrees or something like that. So somebody somewhere punched in the wrong number, and that, I'm sure, got people all excited about that. So it's one way to see if anybody's paying attention.
Yeah, we used to just said that one was fired for effect. See if you were paying attention, in other words. Fired one for effect.
Yeah, that's right. So I guess they did. Anyway, it's not going to be 700 degrees, but it is going to be 100 degrees today. So.
And once it gets over 100, it's just hot. It doesn't make any difference if it's 102 or 107. It's still hot.
It's just hot.
That's all there is to it.
That's right. Well, Linda's here. I guess we can go right to you. How are you doing today?
Thank God it's Friday.
Hey, I put up the yard of the week.
All right.
Last night. I get so frustrated with face people. You sent me the pictures, texted them to me. I saved the pictures onto my device.
Yes.
I went to the Facebook app on my phone, and I clicked on create a post, and the photos was not an option. It wasn't showing up as an option
grief.
for me to add photos to the post, and I have to wait like days before I open it up and hit post, and then it says you can go ahead and add photos now. So I don't know what's up with all that. But anyway, I posted it. So I got home last night from yet another trip to the transmitter site, and been going back and forth on the highway quite a bit. You know.
Getting familiar with the rocks.
Well, I want
the snakes and the bushes.
Well, I don't want to see any more snakes. But I went out there last night only to discover one of my old light fixtures has died.
Oh, dear.
And here's the sad thing. It's an old 8-foot fluorescent tube, two-tube thing.
I hate those things.
And I have some bulbs. And I thought I had another ballast. And I thought while I was out there last night, because I've got engineers coming in over the next couple of weeks to do some more work. And I thought, well, I better get this light fixed before they get out here, because if I don't get it fixed, then they're just going to complain about the fact there's no light on that side of the building. And I went back to where I thought I had the ballast, and then I didn't find the ballast, and then I remembered, well, maybe I brought it downtown to fix one of the fixtures here, so I've got to look in the back and see if I still have a ballast and get that done. We replaced some fluorescent light fixtures in our remote trailer. You know the remote trailer we have?
Right.
All the fluorescent lights are gone. There were 6 2-bulb, 4-foot fluorescent light fixtures in that trailer, and they're now all replaced with LED light fixtures.
Cool.
So, and apparently if I heard this right, I'll have to ask. I mean, the electrician told me that the fluorescent fixtures use like 25% of the energy that the old bulb fixtures use. And I thought, wow, that's a pretty big savings. And we tested the number of watts that all of these lights fixtures use when we kicked it on the trailer, and each one uses about 40 watts. So 40 times 6 is
240.
240. So yeah, coming up on the generator, it looked like we were running about 240 watts of power consumed on the generator. I have an 1800 watt generator, so 240 is well under the 1800, so I can run my PA and my other computers. So I'm thinking, gosh, if that's 4 times, then that thing must have been using 1,300 watts just for the lights.
Well, circle back to putting the pictures on.
Yeah, so I put the pictures on.
That was a long route around.
We're already up to almost 2,000 people reached.
Since you posted.
Since we posted it. We've had 11 comments and 2 shares. Congratulations, it's beautiful. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah,
It sure is pretty. Good job to both. Clapping hands and a heart. Congrats, woohoo, and beautiful. And who is the Yard of the Week recipient this week?
Danny and Cindy Panzer.
There you go.
Yes, over on Monterey Way.
708 Monterey Way is their address, and you've got a picture of them in their front yard.
I am not responsible for the pictures. They were just taken by one of my board members and sent to me. So,
why, are you saying they're bad pictures?
no, I'm just saying I'm not the one that took them. No, I'm just not the one that took them.
Yeah. So if you go to the KSVP Radio Facebook page,
Yes.
that post is at the top of our
Last
list.
year they were nominated and they refused because they didn't think it was ready yet. You know, there was a grub that had done a little damage. I said, trust me, nobody from the street can tell that there's a patch in your yard, you know, because the yard next to them was also one last year that was Yard of the Week. But, you know, when you've got a yard, all you want to do is take your shoes off and walk in there and wiggle your toes in the grass and smell the flowers. That's the kind of yard that they have, and it is beautiful.
It does look that way.
Yeah,
the grass looks like
lush.
carpet.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So.
And you know they've gotten the flowers that some bloom now, some bloom a little bit later. So there's always something colorful going on over there.
I wasn't noticing. I didn't know if Jeffrey, if you wanted to try your new split screen and put the picture from the Facebook page up on the screen. So he was working on that. I was watching. You know, YouTube always throws up all these. When you watch something, then it starts suggesting other things you may want to watch. And I was watching a video from another podcast show or whatever, and they had like 5 hosts and the guest. And they were pulling up the website, and they were one of the websites, and they were talking about comments about the guest. Yeah, so here's the split that he did.
See, you just want to wiggle your toes.
Yeah, so you don't have to put the who we are graphic. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So if you're watching,
If they don't know us by now, they're in trouble.
No, it's okay. So if you're watching online, I'm in the upper left-hand corner. Linda's in the upper right-hand corner. Of course, McDonald's, our Friday sponsor, is at the top of the page.
Yes.
And occupying the bulk of the space on the page is that beautiful picture of Danny and Cindy standing in their front yard. So, and yeah, that it looks like carpet, doesn't it?
It does. Oh yeah.
And there's
like
the
I
other
say,
picture.
you just want, her daisies are incredible. They just, yeah. But you know, when you've got somebody that's got a green thumb, that helps. And there are people, that sounds ridiculous, but there are people that just have a knack for getting things to grow and flourish more than maybe the same plant or type of plant, the same dirt next door, and it won't do as good. I don't know if it's because they don't sing to it or, you know, say the right words or what. Years ago, there was a lady that was a caregiver at the property that I was managing in Fort Stockton, and anybody that had something that wouldn't grow would give it to her.
Oh, okay. So she
I
had
swear
the
to
green
God,
thumb.
she could root a pencil. And I could always tell where she lived because out in front of her house were all these pots that were just going nuts with plants. I don't know what her secret is or was or what she did, but really, she could grow. If it was on its last leg, she could make it flourish in just weeks. She just had that gift, whatever it was. I don't know, but
it is.
Yes.
It is amazing. So, the Panzer's yard, they have a lot of different flowers that bloom at different times. So there's always color.
There's color.
Yeah.
And of course, that's great for butterflies and hummingbirds, and we need those.
That's right.
And you know, there's these cute little hummingbird moths that you'll see late in the afternoons that are just busy, busy, busy. And I know people have thought, oh, that's a baby hummingbird. No, not really. It's a moth. But it looks like a hummingbird, acts like a hummingbird, and zips around, and, you know, just fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, that's really cool. And I like how there's just a little poof of cloud in the sky. You notice that?
Yes. It's like, oh, we need to Photoshop that out of there. What's that doing?
Oh, my gosh. Speaking of Photoshop, you have an iPhone.
Yes.
iOS 16.
Oh, Lord.
The next operating system that'll be coming out.
To screw up the system of the...
Oh, no.
Of course not. Okay.
In theory, that's what they
allegedly
makes it
better.
All right, so you can take that photo right there, that photo that is up on the screen that we're showing to folks, you could hard press on the panzers.
Uh-huh.
And the software will crop it out and lift it up off of the picture, and you now can use that as a sticker or
Oh my goodness.
put it on another document that you're working on, or crop it into another photo that you're working on. So it does the cropping out automatically in the AI, in the software.
Well, what is the phone that they advertise? Is it a Google phone or whatever that will, if you don't like that guy that was walking behind you as
I
you're
think
getting
Google's been
married
doing
on the
that.
beach, you could just erasing.
I think Google has that in theirs. And,
Well, we need that in here because there's things that, you'll get a picture somebody will send you. And one of the things you learn in photography or something is look at your background. You may have a pole growing out of somebody's head.
Right.
Or, a water sprinkler in the wrong place, or a light fixture, right, sitting on top of their head. It would be great to be able to remove those sorts of things because the rest of the picture could be perfect, and you don't have a chance to recreate that because that was a one-time shot.
I need to read you a story that Lana found on the internets that you may be sad to hear.
Okay.
Speaking of photography, because you sound like you have a experience in photography or
Very little,
Very
but
little.
I've done a little bit of study.
Japanese camera maker Nikon will withdraw from the single lens reflex camera business and shift towards digital offerings and intensifying competition from smartphone cameras. Nikon's SLR cameras, that's single lens reflex. So when you put film in it, or even if it's digital,
Yeah.
there's the lens, the light comes in, and then it bounces off of a mirror into the thing, and then when you click the shutter, that mechanism opens,
Right.
exposing
The film.
or
And
whatever's behind
yeah.
it. And that's where you get that sound, that click, that camera sound. Nikon is getting out of that camera business. So after 60 years,
Oh my.
you will no longer be able to buy a Nikon single lens reflex camera.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be people that are crushed because there's a science to a lot of that.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's to see real film and real developing leave.
Right. Nikon dates from 1917, adopted the company name in 1946. It released its first SLR camera in 1959 and has long been held in high esteem by professional photographers and journalists. It made its name offering top quality alternatives to German makes such as Leica that once dominated the market. By the late 90s, Nikon had made the switch to digital SLR. So it's still single lens reflex, but it's not exposing film. Last year, it sold more than 400,000 SLRs, competing head-to-head with global leader Canon. SLRs are also produced by Ricoh under the brand Pentax. Mirrorless cameras have a different viewing system and use image sensors that convert light to electric signals. Like SLRs, they can accept interchangeable lenses that offer much more range than a fixed focal length used in most smartphones. So yeah, they're getting out of the SLR camera business. Nikon is. And,
Well, all good things must end, I guess, as they say.
Who said that?
I don't know. Haven't you ever wondered who they is?
Every
They
time.
always said, they said. Well, who the heck is they?
I had somebody call one time and they said, hey, I wanted to get on the radio. They said that if we're doing this type of activity that you'll put us on the radio. And I said, who's they?
Exactly.
I said, they is me, and I have never said that.
Right. Yeah.
Who are they? They
I
told
know.
me that I could get a free hamburger if I came in here and said the magic words.
Right. Right.
They told me I could get,
Yeah.
extra
Just
scoop.
exactly. Who is they?
Yeah. Who is it? Who is they or who are they?
I'll have to think about that.
Yeah, we'll have to think about
Yeah.
that. But that's kind of a sad thing. But it doesn't surprise me.
No, because you have to evolve into what is current going on now.
Well, look at the photos that we're showing right now
Right.
on the screen that were taken, and I'm going to guess
With a phone.
those were taken with a smartphone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, anyway, congratulations to the Panzers for being the Yard of the Week. If folks want to nominate a Yard of the Week, could you use some help with some
They
nominations?
just need to call me.
They just need to
That's
call you?
it.
Okay.
Yeah. Call the office, call me, either one,
Okay.
and we'll get it done.
And you get a nice sign in your yard for a week.
If you want, yes.
Yes.
So far, nobody has refused.
Uh-huh.
It's just put up with 2 pieces of rebar, so it's not like we're doing damage to your yard.
Better not.
We're aerating it in 2 places. Yes. So, yeah.
And then you get your pictures taken, and do you put it in the paper?
Yes.
It goes in the paper, and then of course we share it on our
Right.
social media page.
Yes, it was in there yesterday's paper.
Ah, okay. So there you go.
And then I write a cute little blurb that goes with it, describing and naming and,
okay.
the who, what, when, and where.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Well, you can certainly send that blurb to me too,
All righty.
because I'll
we'll
put
do
it as a part of the post.
Okay, cool.
And because one time you gave me a little more information on one of the yards, and I put all that up there.
Oh, okay.
That got a lot of good comments too.
All righty.
So anyway, we need to break for news, but I'm sure you've got other things to talk about.
Oh, yeah. There's trash out there that we need to talk about.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, my goodness.
So we're going to talk some more trash with Linda Stevens on the Good Morning Artesia radio show in the next hour, as we get an update on the traveling dumpsters and all that other good stuff. I've got to get some weed killer, because we've got, since the last rains, we've got all the cracks around the building in the back parking lot.
Go out and pull them real quick. There's enough moisture in those cracks, and that grass will come up really
I believe in chemicals. So
Yeah, but then they're gone, root and all.
if you kill it with the chemicals. This is KSVP.